guys know what this load is, because I already told you. So pay attention. You guys are going 3,000 foot a second. I'm going to go one click left. Well, it
feels like you're getting punched in the face.
Got it again. I think I got it where it belongs. By the time I flipped it up, it hit too. Hey guys, Lencac here. And here we are again. Figured I'd get a little bit of trigger time in. It's a pretty nice morning out. It's really nice not having smoke for a while. That pretty much ruined the whole summer. But today I got a little, you know me, I got some new nonsense I want to try out. And that's about the drift of it. Most of you know the drill by now, but as usual, there is the mighty 17-second Crown Vic. And what I got today is I'm going to see if I can get some chronograph readings. I got the Gruning again. And as you saw in my last video, I was shooting loads that I loaded with cases that were neck turned. Okay? And because of that, I told you that it's something that goes on when you're resizing neck turned brass. Because you're removing material from the outside of the neck, that means the die doesn't compress the inside diameter down as much as it would have if you did not neck turn it. So when it comes back through the expander ball, it provides a really loose fit to the bullet. Basically just barely in there. And as I explained, the bench shooters like that. They're into this whole theory about having the bullet be released by the neck all in the same tension and friction and that sort of thing. And so bench rest shooters would turn their necks on their brass quite a bit for that. But so today what I did, because I wanted the bullets to be seated in the case all uniformly as far as neck tension. And any of you guys that do reloading, you understand what I'm saying. When you're pushing a bullet into the case after it's been resized, you know that some of them have different tension to put the bullet in. And that's the thing that the bench rest shooters try to stay away from. So anyways, it's just an experiment today. I've loaded up some 175 grain Sierra Match Kings, Reloader 22, 56.5 grains, Lake City Brass, CCI Magnum primers, and it looks like we are about 15 1/1000ths off the lands. And of course, here's on the other side. I might try a few of the those 200 grain ELD Sierras, but I'm working with a cold and clean Gruning this morning. I may take a couple of fouling rounds with it, with another load that I have here. But the thing about these rounds is that when I put these together, when I sized the brass, now these have been neck turned, when I sized the brass, I did not pull it back through the expander, which on an unprepped case, an unneck turned case, when you size it and pull it through the expander, it ends up being a 305 diameter, 0.305 diameter inside diameter of the case, and of course you got a 308 bullet, so you got a 3/1000 press fit. And with the neck turn cases and running it back up through the expander, it basically comes out to be right just short of 308, like 307, maybe a little over. But when I did not use the expander, just put them up in the die and pulled them out, I think we're down to like 306. And it provided a little bit, but what I noticed is that they all went into the case all very uniformly. So what the hell, we're gonna give that a try and see how that all goes today. So enough of me running my mouth, and let's see if we can't get to doing some shooting. All right, guys. I got a cold, clean Gruning here. I'm going to run about 3 rounds out of it to foul it a little bit with some of these Sierra 200 grain Match Kings. These are the vintage Match Kings that were probably made in the 60s, the bullets, the projectiles. And 58 grains of reloader 22. Well, that first shot was right there. Forgot to turn on the camera. But anyways, that's right there. So let's take a second fouling shot here. You know, I mean, everything out of the Gruning shoots very well, but this particular load I wasn't all that impressed with, and so that's why I'm kind of using them for fouling rounds. Besides, I can never duplicate this round because these are these projectiles, these 200 grain vintage Sierra Match Kings. I got at a gun show years ago, and they were already years old by then. Not bad load. Seems flattens the primers a little bit. 2661. Well, there are a couple of them there. Looks like they're very close to each other. 2666. Looks like they just got one little wormhole thing. That's okay, I suppose. Anyways, that's what we got. Those are 2660. Those rounds are 2660. I need to mark that on my data sheet here. But as I explained a minute ago, what I wanted to try was experimenting with neck turn cases that were run through the die but never back through the expander ball, so that it can provide I'm trying to get consistent neck tension so that they all theoretically, like the bench rest shooters worry about, is they worry about how the bullet is released when the powder starts to ignite. They all need to be released the same. So, anyways, so what I'm going to do here, and so these, unlike the previous group I shot, remember my last video, where the neck turn cases had almost no tension on the bullet at all. These have some. Not quite as much tension as a case that had not been neck turned, but we'll see. Lower right hand small diamond. Not hitting the primer hard or anything. That was an error. I don't like errors. Why is there an error there? Let's see where it went. All right, it looks like, even from my groups before, I've been a little bit low, and we are just a tiny bit to the left, I think. So let's see if we can't pull this thing in here. Move it over to the right one click. And let's go up 2 clicks. Let's see where that goes. I'm going to have to see why it errored on me. I'm going to try it again, see if it'll work. $27.21. Elevation came up a little bit on it, but it went a tiny bit to the right. So I don't know if that was me or what. All right, that one looks to be about right. That previous shot, it's easy to make them go where you don't want them. Seems like it's a lot easier to do that than put them where you want them to go, huh? Right? But I am going to give it one more click, McClicky, to the right. $27.33. Those are pretty. That's a pretty consistent load. That's very conventional but consistent. All right, that came over to the right a little bit. I'm going to give it one more click up. See how the refinement goes. $27.06. Now that was up, and over. Well, I gave it, I guess I did give it 3 clicks on the elevation. Back it down. All right, so this is what I want to do. This is something else. We pretty much know what these loads are going. They're 21, 27, 20, probably somewhere in there. This one's a little low, but I am going to shoot. That is an 8-inch shooting C down there. I'm going to see if I can run a box test on this thing. You know what? We're going to take a shot zeroed, where it is now, and then I'm going to take and run a box test on it. Up and over, down, over, up again, and then back to center. Okay? So what do you think of that? What do you think of that test? Which is what I'm going to do right now. So we're going to take this zero where we have it. It is where it is. First shot is at the center of the black shooting C. Me thinks that's there. Gotta look, make sure. 27.36. First shot, that is a bullseye. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna run. These are MOA clicks. These are quarter MOA clicks. Basically 1 inch is 4 clicks. I'm going to give it 12 clicks up and 6 clicks to the left. And I want to see it come up and over. Okay? And then 6 clicks to the left. Now I'm going to go 12 clicks to the left. So it's moving it 3 inches up and 3 inches over. Okay. My point of aim is still going to be at the orange center of the black shooting C. $27.58. They're getting slippery through the barrel there. All right, they did. Up and over there where it was supposed to go. Now what I want to do is I want to move it to the approximate same spot on the other side of the black shooting C. So I'm going to need to give it 24 clicks to the right. So I got to go back to 0. Okay, that's 0. That's 12 clicks. Now 12 clicks going to the right. Okay. I think that went exactly where it was supposed to. That went. Now I want it to come down to find that same corner spot on the bottom side of the black shooting sea. So I want to come down 24 clicks. So back first, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now 12 more. Oh, I got my stop on. I can't. So I put it back where it was. So my stop won't let me go down below. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to 0. I'm going to bring it down to the 0 elevation. And that's where we're going to have to go. Because I don't feel like opening up the stop, the 0 stop. So now it should be on the right-hand edge of the black shooting sea at bullseye height. So now what I want to do, it came over. It's at the 3 o'clock side of the black shooting sea. So now what I want to do is I want to move it over all the way to the other side of the black shooting sea. And so I'm going to need to give it 24 clicks, 12 clicks to put it back to 0, and then 12 more to get it over to the other side. So let's see, we're going to go left here. There's 12. That should be 0 again. And now I'm going 12 more to the left. Okay. Sure enough. 27:38. And now, one more to put it back to bullseye. So I'm going to move it 12 clicks to the right. I guess right there. 27:46. I'll have to average those out. It looks like I bet it's probably about 27:30 average over all the rounds. Alright guys, there was my warm-up with the 200 grain vintage Sierras. There's 3 of them there. I wanted to check those for velocity just out of curiosity. Then with the 175 grainers here, I was kind of playing with it a little bit, trying to get it 0. But then I did a box test on it. That was my first shot. So I moved it up 3 inches and over 3 inches, and sure enough it came there. Moved it over 6 inches, it came there. Moved it down 3 inches. I couldn't go low because my 0 stop has already been set for here. So anyways, I came down to here, back 6 inches over this way, and then back to 0. I thought that was pretty good, huh? Alright guys, that's what we're doing. That's not a bad little view right there, is it? The mighty 17-second Crown Vic all the way down there. Really nice morning out. It's fun to be out here when it's like this. Alright guys. Coming to you from beautiful Central Point, Oregon. This is Lencac, over and freaking out.